Hello everyone and welcome back to Moon Moth Goddess Tarot. Thank you guys all so much for being here, your continued love and support here on the channel. So today's pick a card reading, we are doing what is next for your connection. So this is going to be the connection that you do have on your mind at this time, in your heart. If by chance you do have more than one connection that you are thinking about and you're wanting to know what is next for it, then you're more than welcome to choose a different group for a different person. Okay, so before we get into pulling a card for each of the groups, I did want to announce a 20% off discount. I'm offering that discount to you all from now, July 3rd, today's July 3rd, through July 13th. The discount code is AURA, A-U-R-A, AURA 20. Okay, so discount code AURA20 for 20% off of readings and services that I do provide. My email is in the description box. Just send me an email and make sure that you put that discount code in your email, somewhere in your email, or you can put it in the subject line of your email that you send. Okay, so AURA20 until July 13th, 2025 for 20% off of readings and services. So back to the reading. What is next for your connection? We do have 3 crystals out here for you guys to choose from today. For group 1, we have this Phosphosiderite. For group 2, we have this Firework Obsidian. And for group number 3, we do have this Rose Quartz. Okay, if you already feel drawn to a specific crystal, you can go ahead and skip right to the timestamp. It'll take you directly to the reading. I am going to be adding in one of these cards to help you with choosing if you do need the extra help. So what is next for your connection? So group 1 with the Phosphosiderite, what is next for your connection with your person? What is next for your connection? We have I'm lost without you. Group 2, what is next for your connection? We have Spirit Guide. And group 3 with the Rose Quartz, what is next for your connection? We have Shattered. Okay, so those are the choices for today. What is next for your connection? Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, general collective energy. So not all the messages that come through may be for you. If, like I said, if you do want to book a personal reading with the discount code AURA20, I would welcome you to do that so we can get into your situation specifically versus a general reading on YouTube. Okay. Only take what fits. Don't force things to fit if it's not your story. So group number 1, we've got I'm Lost Without You with the Phosphosiderite. Group number 2, we have Spirit Guide. And that is with this Firework Obsidian. Group 3, we have Shattered, and that is with the Rose Quartz. All right, so those are the choices for today. What is next for your connection with your person? Timestamps will be down below for you all, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, group 1. So those of you that resonated with this card, I'm sorry. It's making me think of the song, I'm So Lost Without You. I don't even know it's making me think of that song. So Lost Without You. Oh, it's Air Supply, All Out of Love. So maybe some of you resonate with that song, All Out of Love by Air Supply. That's what this card makes me think about, that song. Okay, so I'm so lost, or I'm sorry, I keep saying it like that. I'm lost without you. Let's pull some more oracle here and see what is happening. What is next for your connection, group number 1? So this feels like there is some separation here, perhaps a breakup, maybe no contact. Let's see what else is coming through. What is next in group 1's connection with their person? Ooh, secret admirer. Regrets. Oh, this kind of makes me feel like perhaps a person that is suppressing feelings here is still drawn to you. Perhaps they're having some regrets about something that was said or done or even not said in the past. And we've got divine timing here with chaotic. Discernment. Okay, let's see what else. What is next for your connection? Nostalgia. So maybe for some of you this is a past connection here. There's a choice here. There's 2 doors. So maybe this is a person who didn't choose this connection and is now having regrets here. Or maybe they're making a choice now, needing to tell you how they feel. This makes me feel like the chaos is something that could be happening within them or even something that you're experiencing. I mean, this could even be flipped. When energy comes through in a reading, it can be fluid. So feel free to mix it around if it needs to be. But we've got discernment here. So let's see what else. What is next for your connection, group 1? We have signs and mourning. Yeah, so there's been some type of loss here. Look at how she's kind of like standing here with like the ghost of a person. Maybe for some of you, the ocean or the beach is something significant to your connection with this person. There's a loss here. We've got patience. Yeah, so it feels like some kind of separation here or breakup. And shadows. I'm seeing social media here at the bottom. So maybe this is where you and this person do follow each other on social media, or they are, you know, either one of you are looking at each other's social media here. And that could also be a source of a person having regrets or mourning the loss of a connection if like they're feeling it, you know. So perhaps this was a situation where a person let their shadows get in the way of the connection, but it feels like now there's some signs here that either you or the other person could be seeing that are bringing your attention or your awareness back to feelings, nostalgia. Perhaps timing was an issue here with things not aligning for you and this person. So I kind of feel, we're going to pull the tarot. Where is the, okay. Let's ask Spirit here, what is next for this connection? This kind of feels like a little bit of an energy check here too. So if this is something that does resonate for you, then, you know, we can keep going. But if it doesn't, then I would say choose one of the other groups, or you can check out one of the other readings that I do have available. There's also channel memberships available for those of you guys that want extra content. Or take advantage of the sale right now and book your personal reading for just all about your situation. All right, let's see. Group 1. What is next for your connection with your person? What is next for Group 1's connection with their person? What is next? The Hermit. 2 of Pentacles. So this feels like a choice, kind of going back and forth here. Taking some time to think with the Hermit energy, reflect. What is next? The World. Maybe for some of you, traveling is relevant. What is next for your connection? The 8 of Cups. And the Fool. Okay. What is next for Group 1's connection with their person? 9 of Cups. The 4 of Cups. The Chariot. Seven of Wands. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The Lovers is at the bottom with the King of Cups. Strength and the Emperor. Wow. 5 of Swords. 2 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Page of Swords, Page of Cups. It feels like there's some kind of apology coming in, some type of communication here. Like I said, for some of you, this could have been a situation where a person pulled away, withdrew, even ended things here. And if that is the case, where this person had walked away from the connection, went quiet on you, ended things, it feels like this person's turning this around and realizing that they missed an opportunity here. It feels like there is some kind of fight for this connection, fighting for it. And perhaps there may have even been other things that may have been distracting them at the time away from your connection. And it feels like this person is realizing that there is some I'm sorry, you guys, I have dog hair everywhere. That there is like this very strong feeling, care, for you and this connection, and wanting to, we've got the Strength card and the Emperor here, wanting to come back towards you. This feels like there has been, like I said, a separation, a breakup, a missed opportunity, something where someone has walked away, and it feels like they're returning to fight for the connection, to move things forward, to come into alignment with you. And I feel like with that full energy, this is taking a leap of faith, you know, trying to come back in, having the courage to overcome their fears. Because for some of you, right underneath that Emperor, we had the Five of Swords. Now, maybe for some of you, there was some kind of falling out here. Some kind of falling out, or some of you could have been dealing with a person who kind of like sabotaged the connection. But it feels like this person is wanting to come back in and make amends here. Wanting to make amends. They've been taking time to kind of reflect upon things with you, and maybe even about like what to say. For some of you, I feel like there's an apology coming here, because maybe their behavior is something that has caused pain. And yeah, there's the Empress. A Star. Eight of Pentacles. So it feels like this person could be having some regrets over something they said, something they've done. For some of you, that Five of Swords might even be something as much as like a betrayal, okay, of some kind. And this person is kind of really sitting with the, you know, guilt about what they've done. If that is something that has happened here, and wanting to restore balance, harmony, because I feel like this person is recognizing what they have or had with you and wanting to get that back, wanting to fix things, wanting to heal things with you, wanting to put in more effort into this relationship, and to get past whatever this is that has happened between the two of you, is what this feels like. So we do have Virgo, Aries, Leo, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Cancer energy is here, and then Capricorn energy as well. So I think I want to, now looking at what this energy is, I want to pull some different oracle cards. Let's see. And I might use a different deck for the other groups. It really depends on the energy that comes through. So if you're kind of bouncing around and like, hey, why did she use that deck over there and not for this one? I'm going to go based off of the energy that's coming through, because some oracle decks might not be appropriate for whatever that situation is. Okay, let's see. What is next for your connection? I actually feel like I want to go back in and go with looking at that full energy, but this feels like this person, like they're wanting to take us, they're wanting to, with what's next, is they want to move this forward. If there's been something that they've done wrong, they're wanting to reconcile, to heal it, and to bring the two of you back into relationship, connection, rebuild, maybe for some of you, or maybe it's building something with you for the first time. Okay, so what is next for your connection? What is next for your connection? We have unworthy. It says, you're a better person than I am. Look at that. Missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. We've got damage here. We are both hurting from this. And we have ego. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. Okay. What is next for group number 1's connection with this person? Your love brings warmth I never knew I needed. I am worthy of the love I seek. Oh, interesting, because we've got this unworthy here. That makes me feel that for some of you, this person might be someone who, you know, has some self-worth issues. They might feel like they're not good enough for you. We have no challenge is too big for us to overcome. So yeah, like whatever it is that has happened here, I feel like this person feels like your connection is strong enough, or they're at least hoping so, because obviously there's damage here. It feels like hopeful, you know, optimistic that the two of you can move past this. And it says, I choose us over and over again. And love takes effort from both of us. That is true. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have, in the ashes of hurt, fresh dreams are waiting to be born. So I feel like I want to, let's pull one of these before we get, I think I want to use some message cards for you guys with the way that this is coming through. But before we do that, let's pull, what is next for group 1's connection? Now, I will say this, because we do have that 8 of Cups and the Hermit, perhaps some of you, this hasn't happened yet, and maybe you're kind of feeling that this person is displaying some signs here of some insecurities, when you know that the two of you feel a certain way towards each other, and you can kind of feel them acting different with you and kind of detaching or pulling away. Then I would say that maybe this is something that could happen in the near future, where they do end up withdrawing from you, pulling away, and then kind of coming back in here to, after they've had that time to think about things. Okay? So past, present, future is, you know, the way that the energy can come through. So some of you, this could have already happened, you know, where they've already walked away, they've already pulled away. Or some of you might be right in this time where you're experiencing the self-sabotage, or watching them in some way, how this is kind of unfolding. So what is next for your connection, group 1? We have community here with number 8. We also have number 6, not for you. Not for you. And we have mending. And there's the come to the edge. So it's like there's like that Fool energy. We've got a little fortune cookie out here. Maybe for some of you, this is someone who is a part of a community with you, or lives, you know, maybe like somebody who's close to you. or if there's like, I don't know, it's making me think of like maybe like a friend circle, and then, you know, a person who's not wanting to, you know, cross that boundary there, and they're thinking, you know, not for you, just don't do it. But then, and then missing the opportunity, even though there may have been a strong connection there. So what is this not for you, Spirit? Where is this coming from? The Nine of Wands, which is this very wounded energy. So again, maybe this is even going into the whole, I'm not worthy of you, or I can't give you what you want, like even that kind of thing. We've got the Three of Wands, which has to do with future energies. King of Wands, this is about taking the lead. Maybe some of you made a decision even to say, okay, this person's not for me if they're not going to step up. Because King of Wands is about leadership. You could have been someone who put forth like a lot of energy, or that could be something that you're doing right now. And if like this person is like not stepping up, not taking the lead, you could even be deciding that yourself, like, no, this is not for me. If they're not going to step up, then no. You could be the one who's kind of walking away. Right? Because I know one of these cards said, it was this one, right? The missed opportunity, that said that they should have taken action. Okay, so now let's go into some message cards here to close out your reading. What is the message? I carry your love like a soft echo in my chest. It's part of me now. And we have, I'm trusting divine timing. And if we're meant to be, nothing will stop it. We did have a divine timing card come through, didn't we? Am I remembering that right? That was the chaos card. Yeah, right there. Divine timing. Next time, there won't be fear, just two souls ready for the love they've always carried. I see you in dreams, and it feels so real, like we're still connected in some other world. You're the one I imagine standing beside me when I finally feel at peace. Yeah, and the way that this energy has been coming through too, with the Empress, the Emperor, it feels meant to be. It feels meant to be here. Okay. You didn't break me. You cracked me open so I could finally feel. Every time I see something beautiful, I wish you were beside me to see it too. There is a future I see sometime, and in it we're laughing like nothing ever broke us. I imagine the day I get to look in your eyes and say, we made it back. Oh, that's so romantic. So romantic. There's still a chapter left in our story. I don't know when, but I know it's coming. And I'm going to pull one last one for you guys. There's a version of me that's braver, softer, more open. I'm becoming that person for you and for me. Okay. All right, so that is all that I have for you, Group 1. I do hope this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, group 2. So those of you that resonated with the Spirit Guide card and the Firework Obsidian, this is going to be a reading today. So we're finding out what is next for your connection. So we have Spirit Guide as the first card out. So we're going to pull some more cards here and see what is going on. This may also kind of serve as a little bit of an energy check-in to make sure you have the right group. So let's see. Spirit is going to tell us a story. Tell us a story about what is going on. What is next for your connection, group 2? We have there's still hope. Uh-oh. We've got quenched here and blocked. So maybe some of you have each other blocked. Childhood could be significant. Maybe some of you know each other since childhood, or it could be that this is something where both yours and the other person's inner child are connected, or you're feeling, it could be something that makes your inner child happy. It may even be something that has caused inner childhood wounds to come up between either of you. But we do have recognition here. What is next for your connection? Truth. And also danger. Interesting. I don't know how YouTube is going to feel about that, so I'm just going to cover it. Yearning. Waiting. And we have unlocked. And you are my light. So yeah, maybe this is a connection where this has brought up something from childhood here. You've unlocked something within this person. I mean, that could even be getting them to really connect to their inner child, which would be a good thing too. Illuminating things for this person, but it does feel like there is a desire here. And we've got this energy of quenched and yearning. You are my light. Some type of truth. Perhaps there's something. I mean, we've got truth and recognition here with you are my light. So there's something that each of you are really feeling within this connection that feels significant to you, whatever it may be. Maybe this person has unlocked something within you. You've unlocked something within them. Maybe there were some kind of blockages here from childhood. We can look at it that way. Okay, so let's pull the tarot. And we're going to ask Spirit here, what is next for your connection? What is next for your connection, group 2? Three of Cups. Maybe for some of you, you are getting confirmation from your spirit guides, your spirit team, you know, telling you that there is still hope here, that there has been maybe some type of recognition from within the other person, some type of it feels like seeing something, right? Because with the light here, you are my light. Like there's some type of, maybe it's a soul recognition. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups here. Importance, value is also coming to mind. I've got the Seven of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. Okay. Okay, I am getting, for some of you, this could be a third party situation, okay? Or maybe this person had to block you, or you had to block them because of a third party situation where it kind of left this situation in limbo between you and them. We have the Fool. So we've got Pisces and Aquarius. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit's also telling me a Scorpio. Okay, I'm getting a Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles. Seven. Is that the Seven of Pentacles? Yes, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Tower. Yeah, the Tower is Scorpio and Aries energy. Page of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Yeah, some of you, this could be a love triangle situation. Maybe it's something that hasn't maybe changed in a while, hasn't progressed. What is next for group two's connection? We have Strength. It feels also, because both the Tower and the Hangman can also both be about some type of kind of clarity that comes through here, because the Hangman can be about having a change of perspective, receiving some type of insight or even enlightenment. And we have the Spirit Guide here, the Spirit Guide card. So a new way of perhaps looking at this. And the Tower can also be about an epiphany or realization. You know, if you are, you know, in a situation where you feel that there is a very deep bond, soul connection between you and this person, regardless of the label, with this, you know, this energy here of you are my light, it feels, like I said earlier, like there's some type of importance or significance, because even with the Spirit Guide coming in here, like I said, regardless of what the label is of a connection, that there's something about this connection that you have with this person that is significant maybe for both of you. And it could be something that is bringing up a lot of stuff from childhood in order to heal things that you could be illuminating. So this might even be a connection where there's a lot of triggering going on. Because the Tower can also be about the breakdown of a false reality. And having, you know, being enlightened. So I feel like I want to get a little bit more here, but we've also got Earth energy here, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. There's also Leo energy. We do have this energy here, though, about new beginning energy, the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles. So I kind of want to look at what is going on here with the Hangman and the Tower. Change of perspective. The Ten of Cups is here. Why is the Hanged Man here? Six of Swords. This could be healing. Ten of Swords. And the Four of Cups. For some of you, this might even be a situation where there was a missed opportunity here. For some of you, there could be a realization of pain that one feels from not being with you, of being separated. Why is the Tower here? The Eight of Wands and the Hierophant. And the Two of Cups in reverse. Maybe for some of you, this was a sudden ending to your relationship or connection with this person. If you are by chance involved in a third-party situation where there is in fact another person romantically that's involved, this person that you're dealing with, they could be someone who, when they're in that other relationship, could be in a place where they could be potentially ending that relationship with that other person. Okay. They could be having some type of change of perspective where they're really asking themselves if they really feel happy in that other relationship, and that could even in fact be, you know, pushing them towards you, you know, where even though things might feel right now that, and I feel like maybe that's why Spirit's saying there's still hope. Because this Page of Pentacles is more the energy of planting the seed for something new, having an eagerness to start something new, begin something new. And the Knight of Pentacles is more when we're in the frame of mind of thinking about the long term. We're planning very carefully, being more purposeful, being more intentional. And with the Strength card here, that would be the inner strength to do something. So for those of you where there is third party that's involved, you know, this person could be taking some time to reevaluate and reassess like what they're involved in right now. And if they're not happy, which with that Two of Cups energy in reverse, it could be a relationship or even a marriage that they're in that they feel is no longer in alignment with them. And then putting forth the energy to maybe even tell the other person that they want to end things, which would free up the energy so that they could release and let go of something that is no longer in alignment with them in order for them to start something with you. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing Five of Pentacles at the bottom, which could be when a person feels like their needs are not being met. They've experienced some type of loss, and maybe that loss is you, losing you. For some of you, this might even be another type of commitment. Maybe it's where they live, or it's their job or their career, you know, where they would have to kind of make some big life changes I want to clarify this Ace of Pentacles up here. Two of Pentacles. The Three of Wands. Yeah, it's kind of like this person's at a place right now where they're trying to make some choices here. They're weighing their options, and it feels like it's surrounding this new beginning here. Eight of Cups. Yeah, there's a walking away here from something. Okay, let's start pulling some oracle cards here. Let's see. I kind of feel I want to pull some of these and see. What is next for group two's connection with their person? What is next for this connection for group two? We have co-create. What is next for group two's connection? The loyal heart. A deep knowing. This makes me feel like this person has, like, their heart is loyal to you. They have this inner knowing that they wish to create something with you, build something with you. An inner knowing that the two of you are meant to be with each other. We've got Yang here, and also exchanging gifts. So somebody that maybe this is a divine masculine. I feel like this, I don't know, I noticed it, I think it was this morning too, when I was doing a reading for channel members. Divine masculine energy came through in that reading as well. And then for the other channel that I have, Neptune's Child Tarot, divine feminine energy was coming through. Interesting that both of these energies I was tapping into today. But we've got Yang here. Recognition. That makes sense. You are my light. Spirit guide. There's still hope. With exchanging gifts. So this reminds me a lot of like the Six of Pentacles. Kind of like Lovers, Two of Cups energy up there. High Priestess energy. Emperor energy. Lovers, like I said, are Two of Cups. And then that, the Magician. So this does feel, okay. What I was telling group one too is when we're pulling, you know, energy from the tarot, you all are going to be in very different stages of dealing with this situation. So I feel like those of you that are resonating with this could, of course, be at different places with your person in this situation. And for some of you could be experiencing, you know, you've already experienced the separation. You've already experienced the being blocked, or, you know, things of that nature. And some of you, this could be just happening right now where you're kind of, you know, feeling hurt or sad or things like that because of the way that things are right now. But the way that this looks like this is going is that there is some type of recognition here coming from divine masculine, okay, regardless of gender, with an inner knowing, okay, an intuitive knowing. I mean, we've got the spirit guide here, the spirit guide card, the recognition up there, you are my light. So there's something here that's very significant about this connection, right, to each of you. There is an inner knowing that there is that interconnectedness. And so, you know, others of you might be already through a lot of this where union feels like it's coming. And, you know, some of you could be experiencing where this person is still dealing with a karmic partner, or, you know, things like that, where they're with someone else right now. But the way that this looks like is that there is almost an influential energy here beyond third party energy, but more so having to do with spirit, more so having to do with the universe kind of bringing two souls together and awakening to them to that inner truth that you can't ignore. You can't ignore it. So it feels like this is leading to, right, people, either one of you having that realization, having that epiphany, and working towards union, reunion, however you want to look at that, with making choices, making changes here, and leading up until that point where the two of you are together here. So let's pull some oracle here. And as I was telling group 1, I might use different decks for you than I might use for the other groups. It really depends on the energy that I see coming through to see if the decks that I want to use are appropriate. I might have to use different ones, okay? But yours kind of feels like in quite a similar energy to group 1, so I feel like I'm just going to use the same ones I used over there. But just in case you're kind of like hopping around looking at different piles or groups, you might say, why did she use that one over there and not for this group? That's why, because I want to look at the energy to make sure it's appropriate. What is next for your connection? Conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. Third party. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. We've got space. I need more time to think. Okay. Like I said, take it how it resonates, because some of you could be in that place where you just got blocked or you just blocked them. So the way in which this plays out is kind of like what we're seeing, okay? What is next for your connection? We've got a missed opportunity. And it says, I didn't act when I should have. And we've got a soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. Okay, let's see. It says, hope shapes your future more than pain ever could. Love can mend the deepest wounds. In stillness, you reclaim your power. We have, I trusted you and it broke me. Now, of course, that may not be for all of you, but this could have even been something that you told them or you felt dealing with this situation. And we have, I'm choosing healing over hurt. Yeah, look how on this side of the card there's like all this shadow energy, and then this is the light. I'm choosing healing over hurt. Okay. So, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to use the message cards for you guys too. Now, of course, not everything that comes through may fit. Don't force it to, okay? Only take what feels right. What is next for your connection? I never meant to make you question your worth. You were always more than enough. If you still feel the pull between us, follow it. It's not pulling you back, it's pulling you home. You didn't break me, you cracked me open so I could finally feel. I wasn't ready then, but I'm doing the work so I can be ready now if you still feel me. I dream of laughing with you again, of simple mornings, shared coffee, and quiet joy. I never stopped loving you. I just got better at hiding it. Part of me is always hoping the universe will bring you back to me. Our love was never ordinary. That's why I still believe it has a divine purpose. You crack me open in ways no one ever has. That's why I can't forget you. There's a lot of this energy here of being cracked open. Oh my goodness. Okay. But that's a good thing, right? So that we can kind of shine the light on all the dark parts of ourselves in order to heal. I want to be someone you can trust, someone who shows up and stays. In another life, I would have chosen you sooner. In this one, I still hope I get to. And then we have, even when I wasn't speaking to you, you were still in every one of my thoughts. Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you, group 2. I do hope this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Hi, group 3. So those of you that resonated with Shattered here and the Rose Quartz, this is going to be your reading. So we are asking Spirit today, what is next for your connection? Shattered doesn't sound very good, but we're going to see what the energy is coming through. What is in this, what is going on here? So this part of the reading might serve as an energy check for some of you, which might be helpful to see if you've got the right pile or the right group. Okay, so I might also use different cards for you than I used for the other groups, depending on how the energy shows up. We'll see. So what is next for your connection, group 3? Alone. We have forgiven and new beginning. We've got separation. We've also got danger here, but I'm going to cover this because I don't know how YouTube is going to feel about that. Okay, and then we've got yearning. We've got waiting. Unfaithful and messages here. So perhaps this is a situation where a person has betrayed and maybe where there is some type of betrayal. Yeah, we got distraction here. And you are my light. Interesting. So separation. Yeah, maybe some of you have had like a situation where there was some kind of betrayal here. With shattered, it's making me think of like heartbreak. Like not being able to trust here. Somebody's being forgiven. Maybe somebody apologizing. The alone here makes me feel like there is, I mean, we do have separation here, but the alone makes me feel that someone is maybe feeling heartbroken and alone. Okay, let's pull the tarot and see what is going on here, but okay, so what is next for your connection, group number 3? The Emperor, which is Aries energy. Eight of Pentacles. The Devil is here. Three of Pentacles. Maybe some of you, this has to do with a work situation. Work, school. This could be a boss with the Emperor here. The Devil is also present. So some of you, this might even be like a forbidden love situation. The Devil can be about temptation. What is next? The Death card. And the Eight of Swords. Okay, I'm just gonna move this. So we've got Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aries energy. You know, perhaps some of you are in a committed relationship with someone or married to someone and there has been some infidelity here. Maybe messages that you found or something of that nature that caused you to separate from someone, or even vice versa. If you're the person who's been unfaithful and partner found out and is hurt. For some of you, this could be like an ending here and then like asking yourself, like, is it really done? Is it really over? Is it, you know? What is next for group 3's connection? Page of Pentacles. Temperance in reverse. Yeah, so maybe for some of you there has been some infidelity here. Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups, an apology, the Fool, and then we have the Hierophant in reverse. I mean, some of you could be going through divorce, you know, with the partner that was not faithful, or again, like I said, take it how it resonates. Some of you might even be in a very, I want to say maybe like a non-traditional or unconventional type of relationship with this person. We've also got Aquarius, Taurus, Sagittarius, Virgo energies also here, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. I want to see what is going on with this Devil energy here. Something's out of alignment, out of balance here. Why is the Devil here? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Swords. Yeah, so for some of you, there has been some cheating, betrayal, something. This is somebody who could have made a choice or a decision without considering what the consequences could have been, and is now hurt or feeling, or hurt someone else, hurt someone else's feelings. Knight of Wands. Yeah, that's... Yeah, this kind of makes me feel some of you could be in third-party situation with this group. You know what's funny too is because earlier this week, I think I don't know, was it Monday or Tuesday? I tried to do a third-party reading, and I got through and finished with pile 2, and I was ready to start group 3, and I did not like the energy that was coming through in that reading at all. It didn't feel good. I didn't like reading it. I didn't like the energy and the messages that were kind of coming through. It was just like really, really heavy third-party energy. And I was like, no, I don't want to finish this. I don't want to do it. So I just got rid of it, deleted it. And I've been seeing like little messages from subscribers saying, you know, please do a third-party reading. And I even thought about doing that today instead of this one. And because of the experience that I had earlier this week, I was like, when I was sitting down, I was like, no, I still don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it today. But I feel like Spirit has kind of brought through those messages anyway. So whether, you know, because I need to read what Spirit is giving to me. So somebody needs these messages here. Yeah, because this group does feel a little heavy too with this, because it feels like someone here with the Knight of Wands and the Devil, which to me, it's not my favorite combination, especially with that Three of Swords showing up. It looks like there's been some type of deception or betrayal, infidelity, cheating, with a person who was more ego-driven in their desires to do something that may have hurt somebody else's heart, and they were doing this without considering what the consequences were going to be. You know, how that would hurt you, or even if this is a third-party situation, how it would hurt someone else. I still don't like it. So when we're asking the question here, what is next for your connection? I will say this, because as I told group 1 and group 2, you know, if this energy is kind of feeling like this is what's going on, because it's a general reading, all of you are going to be in very different stages with this person, okay? So I will say, if you're newly getting involved with somebody and you don't really know so much about them, you're still kind of early dating and stuff like that, I would say really pay close attention, like be observant, use discernment. If a person is showing some signs here that they are not very reliable, they're very quick to love bomb you, you know, lying about things, and you're just, because I feel like in this case you need to really trust your gut feeling, your intuition. If something feels off, you need to trust that, okay? Because some of you could be dealing with the person here who, you know, might be a little bit impulsive or kind of doing things without thinking about how it could hurt other people, how it could, you know, cause heartbreak. And for those of you where this is like a spouse, you know, and you did, let's just say you did find out that there was something going on, or you're being suspicious, and now you've got the evidence, because we do have, you know, the messages there and the unfaithful here, and you have like evidence of that. You know, of course it's your choice whether or not you want to forgive a person, or even if it's the vice versa where they want to forgive you if you've done something like that. It feels like there's a lot of worrying here over whether or not it's over. Whether or not there will be, you know, a second chance for this connection. I want to look at this Temperance energy in reverse. Page of Wands. Two of Swords. The Lovers. And the Nine of Cups. Feels like there's some kind of decision here. The Lovers is about a choice, making a choice. The Nine of Cups is about personal happiness, satisfaction. The Two of Swords is also a card of denial. So some of you, this could even be like where you know that someone's doing something shady and they're denying it. They're lying about it. I mean, it makes me feel like with that Devil and the Knight of Wands, this person could be someone who's manipulative. A person who may be giving or creating the illusion of like settling down, or, you know, providing something that's going to last for you. But this person is, it feels like they have like their own, like being more egocentric and selfish, thinking about self and what is going to make them happy, you know, and may more so I would say, like, if you did find out like if a person's not being true to you, you know, and they're just trying to come in with an apology, and, you know, I would certainly watch that, you know, not be so, you know, just kind of letting them back in. Because with that Hierophant showing up in reverse, some of you, like I said, yes, it could be, you know, that you are going through a divorce, or, you know, others of you, though, that Hierophant in reverse can symbolize a non-traditional type of relationship, meaning that that would be like more of your situationships, you know, and that would be something that you kind of want to watch out for, because the person could be, you know, lying about what their intentions actually are, which wouldn't be good. You know, that could be painful. I kind of want to, I want to ask Spirit here what your, because I'm seeing the Hangman here at the bottom, and the 9 of Wands, and also the 10 of Wands, and there's the 7 of Swords. So there's something here that's deceptive, okay? And it kind of feels like when we're asking here, what is next for this? Like you could have a person who is moving in a very shady way, where this situation just feels like very heavy, very overwhelming, just kind of like taking a lot of your energy away, draining you in a way, and not in a good way. With the Hangman, this is limbo. This is being stuck. This is like no progress. Something that's not moving, something that's not progressing and moving forward here. So, you know, you could have a person who doesn't really have the intention of settling down or of really committing to you. They could be a person who's avoidant, who's running, who's, you know, not wanting to move things forward. That the idea or the talk about, you know, long-term relationship could be something that stresses them out, where they just kind of pull away from you. This could even be a situation that is very off and on, hot and cold, you know, or the person isn't really taking action towards genuinely moving things forward in a positive and healthy way for you. Okay. So I would definitely use discernment with this person if you are dealing with a situation like this. If by chance that this is your spouse, or this is, a person that you are in a long-term relationship with, and there is, of course, infidelity and cheating going on, being sneaky or deceptive or hiding or lying about things, and of course that is your choice with what you choose to do with the relationship. Some of you could, in fact, be deciding to end things here, especially if, you know, there has been some deception here and you're just like, no, I can't even trust this person anymore. They could be trying to apologize and try to make amends with you. And of course, that's your choice whether or not you choose to forgive and try to move forward from this. I want to ask Spirit here what your advice is for this. What is Group 3's advice on this connection with this person? The 7 of Pentacles. I feel Spirit is wanting you to kind of reflect upon things. The 7 of Pentacles is a need for us to take some time to reevaluate and reassess what we're putting our time and energy into, or what we have already. Okay? It's a need for us to just pause and look. Is it worth it for us to keep going? There's the Queen of Swords, and then there's the Knight of Cups. You know, some of you might have feelings, you know, for this person, but and notice how the Knight of Cups is in front of the Queen. And I feel like, given the energy that I'm seeing underneath here, when we're leading with our feelings and our emotions, we might not have the best judgment, you know? So Queen of Swords is about discernment. It's about observing, you know, really paying attention to how a person moves, acts, speaks, how they are with you, like what, like, you know, really looking there. Does this connection really serve? Let's see. What is your advice here? Judgment. Yeah. So judgment is a need for us to reflect on the past. You know, in this case, we could be making a big decision or a final decision here about this person and this connection, whether or not we do want to bring renewal into this, bring it back into our life. If we have to forgive someone, or, you know, we need to apologize to someone, is it worth it for us to kind of bring this energy back in, or is it better for us to let it go, let the person go? Because the judgment is about release. Okay. What is group 3's advice? 9 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Swords in reverse is bringing an end to a lot of the being in your head, overthinking, overanalyzing, something that's stressing us out. 7 of Cups is confusion. It's also illusion and delusion. So we want to, again, be in that clear headspace here so we can think about things clearly. 8 of Swords is us being stuck in our head. The world energy here is an ending. And then we've got the 6 of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could be really asking yourself here, am I really receiving what I need from this person? Okay, because 6 of Pentacles is about equal give and take in a partnership, where this person is reciprocating your energy in the way that you deserve to receive. I want to clarify this 7 of Cups here. Page of Cups. Oh, the Tower. Okay. 3 of Swords. Okay. So, and there's the Death card at the bottom. So I feel like the advice here, and of course you don't have to take it if you don't want to, but some of you that need it, I really feel like Spirit's saying that, because the Tower energy breaks down the false reality, the illusion that we have surrounding a person. And the 3 of Swords is an ending. It's heartbreak. It's a separation, divorce, breakup. So if this person does, like, let's say they did something wrong and they're coming in to apologize here, you know, Spirit could be showing to here that they're full of baloney, okay, with their half-hearted apology. You have to be that Queen of Swords and really see right through that person, to who they truly are. You know, maybe you're seeing this person's true colors. Maybe the veil is being lifted. Sometimes our emotions can cloud our judgment. And the Death card is here, which is about ending something that doesn't serve you. Okay, bringing this to an end. The Tower is also divine intervention. Okay, so if this is the wrong person for us, the universe is going to get you to try to, or get you to release the person, to redirect you to where you're meant to be, because we might feel like we have something solid with someone and the universe is like, no, you don't. You're not seeing it. That's where we have to be that Queen of Swords there. I want to clarify her actually. The Empress. Justice, yeah. So justice is about fairness. It's about balance. It's about harmony. So in this way, we could be seeing like, is this person treating me the way that I deserve to be treated? Okay. Because justice does have to do with karma, and it's about the laws, you know, the laws of karma, cause and effect, consequences sometimes, especially if we make the wrong choice, right? If we make the wrong choice, we may be dealing with consequences of our actions. Okay, so let's just say as an example, we get ourselves involved, and of course no judgment here, I'm just using this as an example, but let's just say that there's a third party situation, right? And you're the single one, and the person that you're involved with is married or is in a long-term relationship, and they were leading you on to believe that they were going to leave that other partner and you know, leading you on for a while. And, you know, maybe they weren't telling you how they feel. They weren't telling you anything about future or plans that they were making to maybe divorce or leave that other person. And all the while we're being strung along, right? It's kind of like with justice, we have to understand that when we're making decisions in life, we have to choose what is best for our highest good and for the highest good of all who are involved, right? Because that decision that we make to potentially get ourselves involved in another person's relationship could end up to have negative consequences for us, where we end up getting hurt, right? And so that's where we can make better choices moving forward with the Queen of Swords energy, with something that's more in alignment with us, right? So maybe for somebody, this person isn't aligned for you, or maybe they are not treating you fairly, not treating you with respect, not treating you with honesty, or being honest with you, right? So we have to ask ourselves, okay, well, now that I know that this person has done this, or they have been unfaithful, or they are hiding things, is it best for me to stay in this situation? You know, or is it better for me to remove it so that, you know, in a way you're kind of protecting yourself here as well. Okay. Now, for those of you where you're married, you know, or you've been in a long-term relationship, again, this is where you have to really decide whether or not this is something that you can move past. Okay. If there is infidelity here. So I'm gonna leave that to you. I don't want to, you know, say, because everybody, you know, some people are like, no, absolutely not. Queen of Swords, no, done. But then, you know, it's what you believe you can handle, because the after effects, right, of dealing with that it can be a lot, you know. And I've definitely have been there in my past with a partner that I had that cheated in just ways that were unimaginable. And it really, really broke me down, really, really low, to a very low place about how I felt about myself. It affected my self-esteem, my self-worth. It was devastating, because it wasn't just one person. It was many, many, many people. And it's kind of like you're just completely blindsided. You feel like you have something with someone, and you don't. You know, you find out it feels like it's a lie. You know, everything was a lie. Nothing was real, you know, and that can be shattering, shattering, you know, going through that. So, I left as soon as I found out it was too much. I was like broken. And it was a huge tower moment for me. And I just packed up whatever I could fit in my car at the time, and I was gone. Yeah. That was many years ago. But there was a lot that I learned, right, from that too, to be that Queen of Swords with partners moving forward, not be so trusting, not just let my guard down so easily. I learned to be more observant, and to really pay attention to their words and their actions, and to not let that kind of energy anywhere near me anymore. So I want to, this energy here, I don't think that the cards that I used for group 1 and group 2 are gonna do well with this. Let's see. This one might be okay, but I don't think the other ones are going to be. No, Spirit is saying no, not this one. Let's see. What is next for group 3's connection? We have shifting here, change of perspective, attitude, and outlook. Okay, so we have a proposal here with commitment, bliss, and happiness. And then we have turbulence, arguments, tension, and things being stressful. Detaching, slowly parting, disconnecting, drifting, debating, thinking it over. So yeah, it's okay. So maybe if there is some difficult energy that you are dealing with this person, you know, that could certainly be changing your perspective about this. Like, do I see myself being happy with them? Is there a commitment here for me? Or do I want to recommit to this person? Some of you could be it feels like kind of like this stay or go energy, single, not in a relationship, with detaching. So some of you could be kind of like on the fence here with this person. Yeah, we've got silence here, frozen, stillness, no words. So some of you, this might even be a moving into a no contact, cutting them off or them cutting you off. We have captive, stuck, and trapped, being tied down. You know, those of you where you are in a third-party situation and your person is involved with someone else, maybe this is where they end up going no contact and detaching from you because they feel, you know, they're in another relationship that they're not getting out of. We have ghosted and disappearing. Okay, so some of you may be expecting that from this person. Like I said, some of you are going to be in different stages where you're dealing with this energy. So if you're seeing someone in that Knight of Wands energy, the Devil energy that's coming towards you, this is where you do have to be that Queen of Swords. Don't just believe everything that someone says. Look at their actions. Look how they're behaving. And trust your gut feeling. If something feels like it's off, it's not right, try to keep yourself a little bit, like, we don't want to overly invest ourselves emotionally right in the beginning, because in the beginning stages, especially for those of you where it's like the first couple months, you know, people are very different then, right? We kind of put our best foot forward. We don't really see all the flaws. We've got the rosy colored glasses on. You want to see how things kind of evolve and play out, where you can prevent, right, something from happening, where in a way where you kind of feel it and you know it inside intuitively, like, no, I can't trust this person, where you save yourself the heartache from, you know, maybe for some of you being cheated on, being lied to, where you can exit the situation and detach from this person, you know, because you're feeling like this is just not, it's not good for you. Okay. All right, let's see. What is next for group 3's connection? Peace. And maybe some of you, there will be peace, like, for you in terms of, you know, if you're making the decision to leave, maybe it's something that does give you peace, you know, to not have to deal with that chaotic energy in your life. We've got regeneration here. Regeneration. Now, that may not necessarily be with this person, okay? Because I know that this card actually talks about us being able to heal from going through something and then being able to feel renewed by, you know, through that healing process. Okay. Now, some of you with the unfinished symphony here, it could be that where things kind of feel like they're being stuck in limbo, where you feel like you don't have closure, especially if somebody ghosts you. Okay. And you might feel like, I don't know, should I be moving on? Is it really done? Like, so it just feels like a lot to have to deal with mentally and emotionally. So again, you have to really ask yourself, is it worth it to keep investing here? Or is it better for me to just kind of move forward, move on from this and be ready for something new with the person, like Spirit is saying up here, that's truly in alignment for you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you. Group 3, I do wish you all the best with this situation if this is what you're dealing with. And I will see you guys in the next reading.